to the channel today. In today's video I did plan on taking my CC02 Mercedes G500 out for its first run. Now I did build this one on the channel. I did the chassis on the channel, but I did the body and obviously all the light buckets and whatnot off camera just because I wanted to spend a little bit more time and basically premiere it with a run video. So I've woken up this morning, it's been absolutely pouring down rain overnight and it's very muddy outside, and where I wanted to take this is pretty much underwater. So we're not going to run that one today. I don't mind getting it dirty, but just for its first run I'm probably not interested on basically getting it that dirty. So we will take that one out at another date. So I will unbox a new kit that has arrived here. It's the Sonic Fighter. It's the complete kit. So I'll show you what's in that, and I'm very excited about that because I do actually have on the shelf behind me here a mint Tamiya Sonic Fighter. It's a strange looking car, but definitely one that I think is cool in anyone's collection. So yeah, we'll basically probably turn this one into a runner. It already is a runner, it's ready to go, but it's never been run and I bought it off a collector. So now that I've got a brand new in box, I've got a whole heap of parts in there, we might as well take this one out for a run. And obviously, if you don't know much about the Sonic Fighter, it's basically a hopped up version of the Striker. So the Striker doesn't have the roll cage thing on the top, doesn't have the oil shocks, but it's basically the same car with a few little upgrades. Now I'd also, if you would have watched, let's put that one back on the shelf there guys. So if you also would have watched my previous couple of videos, you would have known that I've got an FX10 in the collection now as well. So that one's in here. It's a massive big parts bin at the moment, but we're gradually getting all new parts. I'm waiting on one more parts tree and we will be doing a full rebuild on that on the channel. I've already gone ahead and done some things, like repainted everything, jazzed up the wheels and tyres, but yeah, that'll be a full restoration on the channel. So if anyone doesn't even know what an FX10 is, it's a Futaba FX10, and basically it's very similar to the Striker and the Sonic Fighter, but yet it's totally different. So yeah, that's a cool, rare car coming up on the channel soon. Be interesting to know if anyone does have an FX10. Chuck some comments down below. Not many people have got them, and there's very little on the internet about them as well. So let's dive straight into the unboxing of the Sonic Fighter. I'll show you, there's some things missing out of this kit, like the remote. And if anyone has sort of seen online or has been trying to find one of these online, you will know that some people are asking like $1,000 for them on eBay. That's absolutely crazy. I paid nowhere near this for this kit, and I bought it off a collector here in Australia, and I basically paid them what they asked for it, and I'm very, very happy with what turned up. So let's have a look at what is inside the kit. And while we do that, I may also just show you this one in a little bit more finer detail as well as to what it looks like once it's built. So let's open the kit. So as you can see, it's a massive box. It's a lot bigger than any other Tamiya box that I've got. I think some of those sort of off-road bruiser sort of style kits have got a similar size box. Awesome sort of box art on there, and it does differ from the normal Sonic Fighter that doesn't come with the complete kit, so that's cool. So let's take off the lid and see what's inside. We'll just pop the lid back there, background there. It'll stay, it won't stay, I'll pop it down here. So up first guys, we've got a manual, which is important to know how to build your cars. So let's take a look at the presentation of the kit. So hopefully nothing falls out of here. So as you can see there, nicely packaged. You've got your body, wheels and tyres and decals all packaged on the end here. You've got your blister pack with all your springs, motor and whatnot through the centre, and you've got all your parts trees just in the original plastic bag. Now, originally this kit would have come with a remote control, so another sort of display piece like this down this side of the box. Now, I did pay significantly less for this kit because it's not complete, but the whole chassis, the car, to make it a full runner, it's all there. So it's just missing the old CP1, I think it is, radio system. But I do have one of them anyway, so I could easily build this car complete as it is, complete kit. So, but the interesting thing is that I have found when using the old ad-spec radio gear that I've got in another car, I do get a lot of interference, so I'm not overly worried that it's missing. So let's show you what is in the kit. I'll bring the camera in a little bit closer and I'll show you all the cool parts and what the body looks like. Okay, so if I take the body out of the box here, as you can see, it's beautifully presented there. We have got the body consists of a lower tub, so solid ABS plastic. So we've got a lower tub there that you obviously need to paint, and in this case grey. So, and then you've got your upper chassis tub there as well. So when the car's built, you basically have suspension bolts to the front, a gearbox and suspension to the rear. You have your radio gear in the centre, and this is essentially your dust cover that has that cool sort of F1 sort of, I don't know, it's a funny car. It's basically like an F1 inspired off-road car. So that's what the body looks like. We'll put that aside. Just got our normal sort of grasshopper style wheels and tyres there, nothing special there. Front rib tyres, rear spiked tyres, but obviously do the job. We also have in the bottom here, oh that's cool, so we've got all the other sort of different Tamiya cars of the time. We've got a Hotshot 2, Thundershot and a Super Saver in the box there, so that's cool. And obviously we've got our original decals there and an antenna. What else is in the box? We've got the beautiful blister packs, as you can see. So we've got a motor, pretty standard motor. We've got shock oil and all of our springs. So we'll pop that aside. And inside that box, we've just got some screw bags, the driver figure, gearbox parts, and some bearings, so plastic bearings. So if I do plan on building this, obviously we're going to use ball bearings. And some more screw parts there as well. So that's what's in there. So the fantastic thing about these cars, just before we go on with more of what's in the box, is they're quite simple. There's very little to it, and you know, they are a fun, easy build, just purely because there's suspension at the front, a gearbox at the back, and pretty much they're built. So not many parts to it, so if anyone's looking for an easy car to build with some nice vintage and rarity to it, these are cool kits. Just got to find one you don't pay an arm and a leg for. So wheels and tyres, so just basic white grasshopper style wheels and tyres, nothing special. But I am seeing a common trend in this kit. So wheels and tyres should be easy to get if you are doing a restoration, because the grasshopper, that's a pretty current car. So we've got some parts trees here. So this is just your servo mounts, some suspension mounts. Obviously you've got your rear wing and that sort of yellow cage that sits over the top. So again, not many parts to it. What else have we got here? We've got some gearbox parts and the wing mount parts. Okay, so the next couple of parts trees, these are a little bit harder to find and a little bit more pricey. And I do know that because I've recently purchased the same parts for my Striker restoration. So I didn't pull from this kit to rebuild some of the cars behind me. I have gone and sourced those parts separate. So you've got your rear trailing arms, front lower arms, and yeah, so that's what's and the front damper stay. So obviously because the Sonic Fighter has oil shocks versus friction shocks on the Striker, the front suspension mount is completely different to hold the different shocks. So if you are buying parts, make sure you buy the correct parts, because some people on eBay, I did see the other week, had Sonic Fighter parts, but they were actually the Striker parts. So just make sure you double check if you are buying and restoring. We've got wheel hubs and the dog bone adapters. They look pretty universal. You could probably use some different ones out of some other kits. I know when I had to replace some in my Tamiya Falcon, I did have some TTO2 hubs that fit straight into that, so they were interchangeable. We've got bumper bar and the battery cover. So those parts are not overly hard to find. I've purchased those for my Striker Resto. What else have we got? Got some old Japanese cartoon thing in there, so that's cool. We've got some more Japanese cartoons. We've got our oil shocks, so front and rear oil shocks, and that's what's in the box. So very cool car once it's built. Obviously this is the one from behind that I've just pulled off the shelf. Now I purchased this one built and already painted. I did strip it down, rebuilt it, didn't have the original motor, so I've just put a new motor in it. And I have recently removed the original 3-step speed controller and old servo out of it, just because it actually wasn't working. And I found that there was some burns on the bottom, which is quite funny because the car itself has never been run. So I think it was probably just some old radio gear that someone put in there when I purchased it off them. So what I do plan on doing with this one is putting some modern day running gear in it and taking it for a run now that I've got a new in-box kit, and that way I can show you guys on the channel how cool they look, how they perform, and just from a few little quick runs that I have done outside on the driveway, this car does perform a little bit better than the Striker, just because it does have the oil-filled shocks and does have a little bit more suspension travel, it does seem. And I think they look pretty cool blasting around outside. I hope you enjoyed looking at the Sonic Fighter, both the unboxing plus the kit that I already have built. Don't forget, if you haven't already entered, or you're not in the draw, for the RC car giveaway, the Tamiya Frog, make sure you follow all the how to win videos and whatnot on the channel of how you can win that. It's a fantastic RC car giveaway, and it's for the subscribers. 3 simple things you need to do for that. You need to subscribe and answer 2 questions that are in the how to win video. So check that one out and get your entry in to win this fantastic RC car. So until next time, I'll catch you then. Bye.